What is quiet quitting? When I first saw the headline saying that as part of the Great Resignation, there was a trend towards something called quiet quitting, I couldn't imagine what it was. But when I did a little research, I found out that quiet quitting wasn't what I thought it was. And what's more, I had tried it myself at one point, actually two, but mainly one point, although it had no name when I tried it. Make sure to stick around until the end when I confess my experiences with quiet quitting and how it worked for me. Hey guys, I'm Mary Schaefer, founder of the place where we curate the latest business intelligence for those who work in, manage, or have responsibility for the accounts payable or payment function. Although to be honest, talking about quiet quitting, that has application to basically anybody who has a job. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I have to admit, when I first heard the term quiet quitting, I thought it was taking a new job and not telling your boss that you were leaving and then just not showing up one day. It's not that. And let me be clear, don't do that. No matter how unhappy you are, it's almost a guarantee of a lousy reference that could haunt you for the rest of your career. Okay, so back to quiet quitting. Quiet quitting is when an employee decides to limit their tasks to those strictly within their job description to avoid working longer hours. They want to get the job done and they set clear boundaries to improve their work-life balance. Now, as you might imagine, there's a lot of controversy around this approach. Some call it unethical, others call it laziness on the part of the employees, while others say the employees are just looking to take control of their lives, get a better work-life balance, and establish healthy boundaries. Now, to be fair, it can be any of these or a combination of those, depending on the situation. What do you think? You can let us know in the comments below. Of course, the unethical and lazy claims come from when someone moves from being available 24/7 to being on call only 9 to 5, and that's it. Now, there's no right or wrong answer to this, and a lot of it will be situational. Now, before I get to what I call confession time and share my own experiences, I'd like to invite you, if you like this episode, to please give us a thumbs up. And if you loved it, please subscribe. We produce new content for the channel 3 times a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays are devoted to payments and accounts payable issues, although occasionally we discuss new concepts like quiet quitting. Saturdays are reserved for Wordle. Your thumbs up and comments help us as YouTube takes this as a signal to distribute our content to more viewers. Alrighty, back to my story. Let me set the stage. I was disgruntled, which probably leads, by the way, to a number of times when other people consider quiet quitting. So anyway, I was not happy with my job. I wasn't happy with the way I was being treated and compensated for the work that I was doing. So I decided that what I was going to do was only do my job as assigned, my job description, and not all the extra stuff that I was doing with barely a thank you and certainly no monetary compensation. Now, I'm going to confess, this made me even unhappier than I was before when I was still running around the chicken without my head. For whatever reason, it is not in my DNA to not give 110%. So I ended up quitting, which is probably what I should have done in the first place instead of aggravating both myself and my boss over the whole matter. But not everybody is like me. Have I given you something to think about? I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can share them in the comments below or email me privately. Now, if you're like me and quitting doesn't work for you and you're unhappy and you might consider looking for another job, but before you do that, you might want to spiff up your LinkedIn profile. We did a broadcast a while ago on 3 ways you can make your LinkedIn profile more professional. You can watch it right now using the link that will appear momentarily on YouTube and is below in the show notes. As always, we appreciate your thumbs up, your likes, and your shares. And good luck with either your happy quitting or your job search.